Oh, I got my new boots on, Oh.
Well, guys, this is it. This is the very last day in this house. The house that we built, the house we've been in for 10 years. We've had so many memories, so many amazing times. It's been the best years of our marriage, or, well, wait.
All of our marriage.
All of our marriage in this house. The proposal happened in this house.
It did.
Nala came into our lives in this house. There's so many other things that happen here. So this is a sentimental day. We're being positive about it. If I sound like I'm not, I'm coming down with a little cold or some allergies or something, so bear with me. Might sound a little funny today, but we're saying goodbye. We've been moving like crazy for the past, month it feels like, but
It does feel like a month.
Trying to figure out what goes to storage and then what goes to the camper, how to live in a camper, and just a lot of trips back and forth doing laundry and things. We'll give you a quick tour since, technically we shouldn't be in here ever again after this, or we might be trespassing. We're gonna shoot our final film in here for this house, I know. We'll get you out to the land in a bit. We also got a little funny, kind of sad thing we gotta show you about Nala. I feel kind of sad calling it funny, but you'll know what I mean when we get there. So let's take a look.
What is this tiny room that we're in right now? This normally would be what, like a spare bedroom, a child's room or something. What did we do with this place?
Well, this is typically a spare room or a child's room, whatever. I used it as a storage room.
I was wondering if you were going to tell on yourself or if you were going to take credit for that.
I had shelf.
Oh, don't go through that list.
Cabinet,
They don't keep
shelf.
Babe, there's not enough. No, we don't have enough time.
I'm the reason our storage unit is completely full.
Yeah, so this is a spare room, little closet. Who cares? Why are we talking about this stuff? Well, because we're not going to be here
Very
anymore.
quick tour. Spare bathroom.
Spare bathroom, boom, boom. Yes, that was technically Kyle's bathroom. Other spare bedroom. This is where we started our YouTube channel. There was a desk right there, there was a computer right there, and this one learned how to edit video, and we learned how to do everything you've witnessed from, the past, I think this is our 32nd video, maybe? Yeah. It's gonna be terrible audio because none of our furniture is in here. We're just gonna echo.
This is our living room that we hosted so many parties and get-togethers in. A lot of good times and good memories here.
Do you guys see this sweet floor? Like, is it not beautiful? It looks like it was done by the most professional person in the world, or persons. Team, the most professional team in the world. You know why? It was. Shannon and I, as you know, we don't take on a lot of projects like this, but raising our, semi-overweight princess in this house, and I'm a semi-overweight princess.
You're not overweight.
I'm a heavy dude. I'm a big dude. I wear boots all the time. I don't take my shoes off at the door. We tore up the carpet and spent 2 weeks putting this floor down. And if I must say, nobody's gonna ever see this besides us and you.
Look at the work I did down here. I had to go around and add this so that we could float the flooring all the way. Again, nobody cares. I don't know. We put a lot of time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears, but definitely no arguments. Like, we've never gotten into an argument over it, right?
This was like one project that we really learned how to work as a team on. Like,
yeah, 2 weeks.
whenever Kyle would say, okay, I need to size this, I need to measure. How did we do that? It was, you measured everything.
Well, yeah, because you can't use a measuring tape.
I don't know how to use a tape measure.
Don't tell on yourself. It's that and those stinking fractions, man. You needed the metric system.
I just picked out the pieces and told him what piece to put next, and he measured and
cut and all that fun
all
stuff.
that good stuff. So.
It was fun. It was good. This
In
is
our little kitchen that has baked, oh man, I can't even tell you how many thousands and thousands and thousands of cookies I baked in this kitchen.
Yeah, Shannon ran a little, what do you want to call it, a miniature cookie business for a little while.
Business for a little while.
Had a
Sugar
huge
cookies.
following. People just loved them, and her designs were absolutely out of this world. That's something that does come a little more naturally to her.
Baking is more natural to me than being on camera.
Yeah, so she learned how to do it all, acquired all the stuff, did it for a while, and just got burnt out. And so...
I didn't burn my cookies though.
Never. Not a single time.
I don't think. We wouldn't tell you. No, never. She never did. No, but she was going almost every night. Whenever she was doing it, she was going like night after night after night after night. People were just ranting and raving about him and begging me like, hey, is your wife gonna be doing any practice cookies soon? I was like, I don't know. And don't tell Shannon, but I'm not a sweets guy. I don't think I ever ate 2 whole cookies. I kid you not. And if there's any of you out there that have ever eaten her cookies, you're gonna think that's just blasphemy. I know. But she was amazing at it. It smelled great in the house. I'm just not a sweets guy, especially after I smell them for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row.
I can't even eat them now. I made so many of them that I can't even eat them now.
Yep.
Laundry room.
Laundry room.
Who cares about that? Nobody wants to do laundry.
That's the room nobody wants to go in.
No. But we did that as a team too.
We did. We always did laundry.
Always do laundry as a team.
Our master bedroom.
Oh, the master bedroom. Well, you know, you sleep in here.
I was gonna say it's another bedroom.
This is where we had a TV hung, and believe it or not, guys,
When I mounted that silly thing, I used the little bubble level that was on the TV mount. I didn't bring my own real level. And needless to
Worst
say,
mistake ever.
so bad. It was at a 7-degree pitch the whole time. And I stripped the screw heads trying to get them out. I didn't have a socket wrench set handy, and I just wanted the TV up on the wall, and so I hung it. So for like 2 years, my TV was like this. Yeah, I know. I lost sleep over it at night too. Fortunately, I could take off my glasses at night and I couldn't see the TV, and that way I could go to sleep.
oh boy.
Master bath, not much to it.
Well, I mean, I would say that, except I miss you. I miss you.
I will say having the nice ADA compliant toilets.
Oh, it was a must for me when we built this house. Like, I absolutely would not work with those builders if they would not have let me have the ADA toilets.
And
necessity.
all of our counters are taller.
They are. This is probably the hardest part about the camper life is
Everything's little.
we were so used to Kyle-sized house, and
And I have adapted to a Kyle size house, so now going to a very small, everything's super low, it's tough.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
That's my bad. This was a closet that was not big enough for all of our stuff. We filled it up. Right behind Shannon there, that massive section, the biggest room in there,
That one.
those were Kyle's clothes. That was it. My pants were down below, shoes were down there, and then all this beautiful space
and
over
this.
here, and under here, and up there, and over there.
You gotta spoil them. Happy wife, happy life. Let them have more of the closet. And buy them clothes too. It helps sometimes.
Okay, but let's not overlook the fact that Kyle had way more shoes than me.
No.
Has way more shoes than me.
No.
Just because my shoes are 4 times bigger than hers and they take up that much space, it doesn't mean I have more shoes. I have more shoe. Yeah, maybe I did have more shoes than you.
You have more shoes.
I worked at Foot Locker growing up at one point, so I have a thing. I like shoes. Whatever. Sue me.
So, a funny thing is, I used to have a 2008 Silverado, and we managed, before we acquired all the stuff that you acquire in relationships in life,
We managed to get both Shannon's car and my truck in here on the regular, all winter long, all summer. It was fantastic. It was a tight squeeze, but we figured out how to do it. But yeah, we acquired all the stuff you do in a garage, and within about maybe, 2 years or 3 years, neither one of our cars were in here.
My car was in here longer.
Winter time, though, Kyle found a way to move everything out, separate, give her a section. At the time, we had a Harley, and it took up a lot of space, but I could scoot everything over, and we got Shannon's car in here so that she had a nice warm car on those winter days when it was snowy or whatever.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I've missed having a garage for a long time. So this was the first and last time my current truck will ever be in this garage.
Let's not miss the point that it doesn't fit.
It does. I just didn't pull far enough forward.
That's me. I could have done that,
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I knew it was first and last time, We
You do have more space.
Look at this. I know. That's what I'm talking about. We could have got her in here. Look at it. Look at how happy. Hey, don't get used to this, buddy. It'll be a long time before you're in a garage. I had no idea they were doing this, but apparently we got some robins that decided to build a nest up there. So
Hopefully that doesn't come back on us like it shouldn't, right? We didn't build that there. I don't think. Did you build that?
I didn't build that, but this robin is actively rebuilding its nest.
Like we had to run them off just to come back here and shoot. This was our back patio. This is where our grill was. We had our lawn chairs and everything over here. We had a bench that I custom built right there. We did the most beautiful of fire pits that you've ever seen. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. And I used to kill off the Bermuda. I used to re-level it. But ever since the house became somebody else's under contract, Shannon wouldn't let me give my yard the attention that it needed anymore. And she just told me to keep it short. So I've been losing sleep at night. And if this person, I will be doing drive-bys. If they don't take care of this yard and they don't keep up, and I'll tell them, I'll give them a total rundown tomorrow at closing. the whole regiment that I did every year and the next phase in the project, if they don't do it, I'm calling the lawn police.
You do that. Kyle's the lawn police. He's going to call himself.
I have a badge. It'll be fine.
We did spend a lot of time back here on this back patio,
We did.
though.
Sunsets over there, beautiful, all the grilling, music. So I will say, one of the hardest things about leaving this house, ironically, is that we planted a tree. In this area, in this part of Joplin, this is where the tornado came through and just annihilated a huge, like 6-mile stretch of our town. And so we bought this lot after it was all cleared and cleaned up, and there were no trees. So a company would come by and they were just trying to rejuvenate Joplin, get trees back in here, and they planted this tree. So I was here when I saw them put this little baby stick in the ground, and then we nurtured it for 10 years. It's a tulip tree. And I think at 15 years it's supposed to bloom.
Actually, just like in the next year or so, it's supposed to start blooming.
I really, really wanted to see that. But again, there are going to be drive-bys, and I'll be doing yard checks. So part of the yard check will be checking out the tree. Let me show you the tree here. So if you can see the power lines behind him, we gauged how much he grew each year by which power lines he was passing. I think we have some of those pictures. We took a picture of just about every year.
We did take a picture every year.
And we'd be standing by it. So Shannon, go down there and show him how tall this thing is now. Look at that guy. How tall was it when we planted it?
This big.
That big.
Yep.
And every year we'd watch it and watch it and watch it until, look at that ginormo guy. I mean, even next to me. He was just getting tall enough that I could ride my riding mower, and duck a little bit. And do a perfect circle right around him, man. It was perfect. I used to have to push it back here, and then I used that old snapper that Dad let me borrow that I'm gonna break on the land. This is our good friend. We looked up to see how much it is to transplant these to somewhere else. Whew, whew, no. In this part of the city, they need it. I'm gonna miss them a lot, but guess what? We've got 20 acres of trees, so we're totally fine with it. We'll come back and see them. We may just plant another one.
That's what we should plant in place of that Bradford pear.
Bradford pear. Yeah, we'll get a tulip tree like this. Replace that one. Knock one down, bring one up. Of course, this was my beautiful fescue Bermuda hybrid lawn. That, man, when it came to summertime and the heat would get out here and the sunshine, I could get my fescue and my Bermuda to play nice together. It's like a stinking soccer field back here, but like I said, Shannon told me I wasn't allowed to do what I needed to do with it this season because we knew we were selling it. All right, well, I know that was probably boring for you guys, but this is also just for our historical record and saying goodbye to the home that we lived in for 10 years. But now, let's go back out to the land and we'll give you a real quick update about some more information we found out about the well and the direction that we're probably gonna go. So we'll see you out there.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
I didn't know you were recording.
I was. I did, and then I moved things around. So if it looks like we've been crying, it has nothing to do with the fact that once we actually left the house, we got a little emotional for a second. I mean, by we, I mean Shannon did, and I just empathize with her so hard. That's all it is.
It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be,
It was
to
a
be
lot
completely
harder.
honest.
But we thought maybe, just maybe, driving straight out here to the land and getting dripped on by this tree above us, it would be like, okay, all right,
It would help.
this is the plan. This is where we're going. So, yeah, that was our house. We'll never go back there again. Nala hasn't been there in a month, and we're moving on. Next chapter.
So we're here for some fresh air, fresh new chapter. Here we go.
And mud and rain, because this video is sponsored by Hisea. I don't know if it's Hisea or Hisea. I'm sorry. I've heard multiple YouTubers say it a different way. I heard it. It doesn't matter. These are some great boots. And here to tell you about it is boot aficionado Shannon. Oh, I got my new boots on. How do you feel in them boots?
Honestly, these are really comfortable. I will say,
What will you say?
size-wise, they're a little bit big for what I would normally wear, but I'm okay with that because then that gives me a little bit of room for in the cold weather. That way I can wear thicker socks.
So you think that's by design by the manufacturer?
Probably, but here's what I do know. This is coming from a female's perspective. This upper part of it is stretchy, but yet it is still tight enough that it keeps the water out of from going down your leg. So it is going to keep the water out. This is like a neoprene upper section, so it's flexible.
Oh, do the mare squats.
Oh.
There it is. Flexible.
But it has a rubber top, so it's going to keep your feet dry.
What about warmth? It looks like you got some thick socks on there, if I'm spying right.
How do you know?
I can see them sticking out of the top of your boots.
No, you can't.
No, through your jeans, silly.
Oh, you can, can't you?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have just said it.
You're right. I have thick socks on.
But your feet are warm, right?
They're warm, they're comfortable, and I'm gonna go splashing some mud in them.
Yeah, we got new boots. These have an air mesh lining. Mine are a little less tight around the top than Shannon's, which I'm grateful for because my feet sweat terribly. Winter, summer, spring, doesn't matter. They're sweaty feet. There you go. But yeah, the lining in them feels pretty comfortable. I got plenty of room. I wear like a 13 or a 14, depending on the brand and all that good stuff. I went with a 13. I don't even believe it's a wide, but I got some boot socks on. They're pretty good. So I thought I would test them out and see if they were water resistant. And if the rubber flex sole is, rubber flexible and still keeps me dry. And it kind of seems like it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is what these are made for. And I know, good farmers out there, you guys need good stuff like this. But for us, it's just, if we're out working on the land and we got a day like today, I am not wearing my leather boots out here. So I'm extremely happy that the people at Hisea reached out to us and gave us an opportunity to try them. I walked up the rock over here in the mud, and the thick sole, dun, dun, dun. Look at that. That's like rock climbing sole. So I didn't really feel them any more than I would in my Ariat or Georgia boots or whatever else. And I can play in the mud, just like your mom told you not to. So shock absorption. We're gonna test the shock absorption. You ready? This is about 207 pounds of shock absorption. I didn't even feel it. These are magical. Okay, maybe that's not what that means, but so far these feel like a good solid pair of boots. And the cool thing is, you guys can get a 12% discount code if you use K&S. That's spelling out and. Put that in the description below. We'll put a link to Shannon's boots below, a link to mine. And I think there's I don't even know how many colors. There's different styles, colors, thicknesses. Hers and mine are a little different. So go check them out and be sure and use that coupon code if you think these are cool, because I think they're cool. And my feet are dry and I want to go play in some mud. I think I forgot to mention one of the coolest things about these, they have a lifetime warranty, guaranteed. I haven't used it, so I can't tell you how the experience is, but their customer service has been great so far. Love these boots. Looking forward to get a lot more use out of them. We'll let you know as time goes on, our experience over the course of that time. So needless to say, if you live in an area where it's wet, rainy, muddy, buggy, and you need a good pair of boots, go check these out, guys. Seriously, more affordable than a lot of the competition I had checked on, and you got a sweet discount code through Hisea. So K&S, it'll be down in the description with the links for both mine and Shannon's, and then browse around and see if there's something else that would work better for you. Thanks, Hisea. So a quick update, if you saw our last video, we talked to you everything about wells and our wells specifically and the EPA and the impact zone. I did call them back. I heard from them in the latter part of the week, and I don't have all the final pricing yet. However, we know for about a little over $500 we can test the existing well, and that's great. I think that's a wonderful investment.
What does that mean by testing it?
Be dropping just kind of a mediocre pump in with new pipe, draining it for 30 to 45 minutes, see if it dries it up. If it does it recuperate? And then also taking water samples to see what kind of the quality we're talking in the water. They cannot re-drill in that well. They cannot change the casing in there, so we're at the mercy of that. However, if that $500-ish test tests good, then all we've got to do is get a good well pump, and ours may be good. We may have them test that one, and then we just replace it out with the same piping and everything, and boom, we have water. At least enough water to get the camper out here, get some goats out here, all the stuff we mentioned in the last video. So if you want to know way more information than that, go watch that last video. But for those of you that did, that's the short and skinny on this well. On a new well, we're learning that there's a lot of things that go along with it, as far as obviously the lines and where you want to run the water to, where you want the pressure tank to exist. So I did talk to one of the ladies that works in the office there that puts together these quotes, and she's done it for decades, so she knows her stuff. And I said, hey, I got a couple questions. The quotes came in about half what we were expecting, but as we were reading through it, like, it didn't have the pump listed. It didn't have, you know, in my mind, if I buy a well, this is my ignorance, I have a spigot that I can turn a faucet and the water comes on, and then we can hook it up to the camper or whatever. Now I know that's not realistic, but I asked her, I was like, hey, is there any way you can kind of get me a ballpark idea of what the remainder of the quote would look like to finish out the well so that it's usable if we go that route? We also found out, and this may not help us, but our entire piece of property may not all be in that impact zone. We do indeed require the 450 feet of casing. They quoted about 555 feet of well based on some of the others they've done in the area, and that of course would have full steel casing 450 feet down. She also quoted one, if it weren't in that EPA zone, that would have a little bit different of a setup, and it would kind of depend on when they hit water, then they register it with the state, make sure it's in the right place and all of that stuff. The only problem with that is it's the side of the property that we don't necessarily want to build on, and it's downhill. So it's about as you come onto the property, but I don't know how far up before we hit that impact zone. So they would come out, do some official GPS tests, and then send that off, blah, blah, blah. So I'm waiting on a few more numbers. Just wanted to give you that quick update, and we'll get the rest of the information once it's all said and done. And we heard a lot of your comments about all the other ways to get water out here, and we appreciate that, and we're probably gonna look into most of those, but ideally I do want a functioning well as well. So you've seen our Princess Nala in our other videos. She's back at the camper. There's a reason. She can't be out here right now. She had a little work done, and it's a little comical. We have to say that while we're not with her, so we can't talk about it while we're there with her, but we're gonna take you back to the camper and show you some of the work that Nala had done and how we are accommodating for it. Yeah, so we'll jump right over there. So we just got back from the land, and Shannon and I were testing those mud boots, and they work. We've also been working on building reels and stories and things. We're getting used to it on Facebook and on Instagram, so if you're not following us over there, be sure to follow us over there, because we totally played in the mud and I got soaked inappropriately and it was awesome. But go check that out. So this is my temporary attire, so I drove home in my skibbies and Shannon brought me out some shorts. We just wanted to show you our poor Nala had to have some work done on her leg. She got some stitches, and so the vet said, well, you can't let her look at them and things. And we're like, oh no, she's a princess. She would never do that. And then they hand us this to put on her head. Nala Bear, you want to show the people what you got? Oh no, Miss Nala has to wear a cone. And the sad thing is, since we just got out of the house, I mean, we literally just got everything out of the house. We had to bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, 6 boxes. We have stuff strewn about this camper all over the place. It's very stressful for us right now, but it got us out of the house so we can close tomorrow. Sadly enough, when little Miss Nala tries to take a corner, she doesn't know how to keep from hitting things with her cone, and so she gets a little embarrassed. Gets just a little embarrassed, doesn't she? So now that we're home, I just wanted you to see it. It's not her favorite thing in the world. Getting it off, that is her favorite thing in the world these days. But we do take it off when we're here with her, and it makes her night.
Oh. Hey, now it's your super cape. Hold still. All right. All right. Yeah, you gotta shake all that off, don't you? Look, you can turn around without bonking your cone. And then the princess bed.
Oh, first things first.
Yeah,
Get
she
your rawhide.
can't eat a rawhide with the cone, and that's also kind of funny. Don't push the rawhide down on the cone. It's a bad deal. Well, hey guys, we said farewell to the house. We're not going back. She's not going back. We close tomorrow morning. We got more information coming on the well. Hopefully tomorrow. And then we will be making a decision as to how we move forward with that. Get the water tested. Hopefully we can get out to the land full time. So we're not jumping around between all these places. It's been a lot of stress and everything, but it's been worth it. If you are new here, please subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below. If you're a subscriber, keep commenting. We love hearing from you. We learn so much and we just love the interaction. So as always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.